it started off right. Let it started blood clot off right. Let it started off right. Even in love and life and good vibration. Hey, you guys are coming to talk about Mr. whatever the hell this casting is over. I said whatever what was cast is over. They think they gonna be around here doing what they want to do. Coming in. I am live. If my heart balanced. It's live. But anyhow, back to Mr. Casanova. You had to know that the path that you were going down wasn't going to get you too far. Like, I'm gonna be honest, because people don't like hearing the truth. They like hearing lies, and that's okay if you like to hear a lie. But just know that that lie that you feed off of will start to reject you. The lies that a person feed off of will start rejecting their goddamn body. The lies that they ingest into their body, ingurgitate and pass on and have it out into a ripple effect into this planet, and it causes everybody to do the same thing like a damn program robotic, and they all are like robots because they all get the same treatment. Show me a rapper that has not gotten the same treatment. All of them get the same treatment. No rapper is better than the other. If I mean, you ask me my opinion, and then when you add it up in gematria, you'll see why. Why nothing good really comes to a rapper, because they don't know that they're using magic when they say these words. And Casanova, you did it to yourself. Nobody did it but you. Nobody. Okay? You have to look in the mirror and say, damn, even with that, what blew my mind, hey there, Miss Angel, hey baby. What blew my mind with Casanova, if y'all may not remember, years ago in 2018, he did a video where he was acting like he got stabbed in his face twice. Guess what? 2023, it became his reality. He really got slashed twice in the face, probably in the same spot. Like, real talk. That's why when people used to say, step on the crack and break your mother's back, even when I was young, I didn't participate in that, because I know words create your reality. I know that. Yeah, so Casanova is, when he get out of prison, listen, if he survive in prison, because he has 15 long years, they don't give a damn, because he was with Rock Nation. He was around here acting like an animal that needed to be neutral, or spayed, or whatever you call it. They had to get him. I mean, when you get that bag, why you still acting like you in the streets? It's no, they must be don't have the money that they making the people in the public believe it is. They have to be telling a lie. They must be not as rich as they say they are. And if you ask me my opinion, records are not selling the way they used to. So their money isn't coming in from record sales. Their money coming in from us buying their merch. That's why you always see them selling something. They have to, because I mean, why would I go buy your record when I can listen to it on YouTube for free? Come on now. So the money isn't made there. And I don't think that they own a lot of those businesses when they have their name on. I think that they put their name on it because it will sell to the people, if that makes any sense. They put this black person, they like, okay, Ice Spice. I wouldn't be surprised if she come out with some perfume or some lotion or skin products just because of the people that will buy her products. This is a fact. It doesn't matter. They know how to get the gullible people. This stuff is like they live. and yeah, and that merch has those vibrations attached to it. I'm being honest, like some people you could put on a certain outfit and your whole day would go good. And you'd be like, boy, that outfit is my lucky outfit. You could put on some outfits, and you'd be like, damn, boy, my whole day, every time I wear this outfit, something just don't go right. It's the energy. Like people throw away their clothes. What I was told growing up in Miami, Florida, when you get locked up or hospitalized, you throw away and burn them clothes because if you don't, you bring the energy within your house. So a lot of people who I know that's in Florida, Miami, they get locked up when they get out. The main thing that they'll do, they'll burn their clothes up, or they'll burn them up, or either they'll throw them in the trash and then go to the beach to cleanse their body. That's the same thing that had happened to Boosie. Boosie went to that murder trial, got that jail energy on him once again, and he was able to beat all those other charges. The feds wasn't even bothering him like that. Think about it. The feds never was really bothering him. He go to this high profile murder case. Oh, I'm gonna stand for him. Oh, light attracts light. So obviously you're telling the family of the victims, yeah, I'm gonna support this alleged, and I don't give a damn what you say. So the energy he put out came back and bit him in his ass, and that was him going to jail. Now, hold on, let me read this. What Angel? Okay, I Yes, I know that's right. Yeah, my grandma, you know what? You're right, point out. My grandmother didn't like nobody taking her picture. She said each time you take a picture, you take a piece of the essence of the soul. So my grandmother didn't play that taking her picture. Nah, she wasn't on that. You was not going to take my grandmother Mary picture. Nope. It wasn't gonna happen. And I think the people who do this big magic, they know what time it is. Like they know, see, my grandmother told me growing up, and I believe it right now today, the best way to fool somebody is to do it right in their face. So that's why we have lies getting passed quicker than the truth. Like if this channel was strictly about bull jabbing and telling lies, trust me, yeah, it's true. It take a piece of you, yeah. It takes a piece of you. And my grandmother always said that she never liked to see a woman sit with her legs open in front of her because she said that's also, man, my grandma, hey, I could go on and on about the things that my grandmother taught me when I was growing up as a child. My grandmother raised me, not my mother. My grandmother raised me. So I remember, a grandmother, like not knocking the grandmas now, but when I was growing up, grandmothers looked like grandmas. They looked at old, like yeah. But yeah, that energy always comes back to catch up with them. And somebody need to get Kodak Black, because whoever, I don't know if this is a clone or what, but looking at his live, and I'm gonna post that video. Um, he got too much money. He don't know what to do with. You want me to talk about grandma? I sure will. And I'm going to add in this Kodak Black, what my grandmother would say about Kodak Black. She would say, get those people from around you because they don't mean no good. And with that being said, he has so much money, he don't know what to do with it. My grandma would say that. My grandma would say, be careful of the dog that brings you the bone. What she meant by that, like a person always come tell you some bull crap. And especially if it involves you in it. Why did it just involve you in it? And why didn't you defend me? You know what I'm saying? That's what my grandmother would say. She always would say that. My grandmother was a very well spoken person. She was open, and she was into spirituality. As a matter of fact, she was a priest. What I mean by a priest, she practiced her magic. So I grew up around the things that I talk about. This is no budge album. Hopefully, one day I could get my cousin to come on, or one of my aunties to come on and explain exactly what I be talking about when I talk about what I talk about. Like we was raised around it. Like so, like when my mother passed, I think it kind of messed my grandmother up. Cause my grandmother, she started going to church, and then yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I used to get my ass. When I ain't get dressed right for church, I would get in big trouble. That's why I have this big, no offense to the people that believe in their religion, but I have this big disdain for it. simply because I had to get my ass whooped if I didn't get dressed in the proper amount of time for that church building. So, but I know why she started going to church, and we also was around Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the real Yahweh Ben Yahweh, who wanted to be like Yahweh out of the Bible, but that's a whole nother story. That's why when I see some people saying they're Hebrew and they wearing all these different fabrics, my grandmother would have laughed at them. My grandmother, she never wore lipstick, never wore a wig. So when she transitioned and I saw her body, well, before I saw her, I was like, damn, I'm finna cry. Oh, she's gone. She's not coming back. And that's before I knew about like deeply into spirituality like I am now. Man, I went and looked at my grandmother. She was the most beautiful woman that I've seen. Like the true essence of her. And I know she would have been mad, like, y'all got this damn makeup on me. Why in the hell y'all let them put this makeup on me? But yeah, grandmother had that knowledge and she instilled it in me growing up, like to, have that respect for people, And my grandfather, he the one who also taught me about how, like, if I owe you, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to pay you. I don't believe in walking past somebody and you owe them. I don't give a damn if it's a penny. If you owe that person a penny and you can't pay them on Wednesday, if you told them Wednesday you'll pay them, you let them know by Tuesday or Monday. You let them know when you're going to pay them, and then you add interest with that when you pay them. That's how I roll, granddaddy style. Yep, and that's grandma part and all that. But yeah, Kodak Black has the big people on his side. Can't y'all see this? Boosie got locked up like that. Kodak Black did. It's really hard to really get Kodak Black, and Kodak Black know what I'm talking about. Kodak Black working with Magic, real talk. That's why it's hard to get him. That's why he was able to get out of prison, because I hate to say it like this, but they use them as gatekeepers to keep people at a low frequency. Because see, if people see him with their behavior and they be like, he on a perk or whatever, allegedly, they would want to try a perk too. And it'll become a ripple effect. Like, that's my idol. Like, okay, for instance, look at Michael Jackson. Everybody wanted to be a part of Michael Jackson until those allegations came up. And then you still had people that was like, I don't give a crap. I love me some Michael, but I'm not gonna take that propofol. I'm not gonna take that Milky White. I'm not gonna take that Milky White cream. But yeah, they all are gonna get them. And remember, I told you guys the other day, I said big rituals are coming, and they are in effect right now. Bigger, like bigger rituals. Like, what about the family with the when the extraterrestrial? I don't know how true that is, because I just don't know. Like, they vanished, like they're gone. Like, okay, they're gone. Who moved them? Because they don't look like they was that rich. And the reason why I say that, if they were that rich, they would have put their car in the shop. They wouldn't have been out in the back working on their car. So that lets me know that they wasn't rich. And then, it's just a lot of cover up stuff. Like the Titan, whatever the hell that boat was, that I honestly believe there was a vessel of souls getting sacrificed. Hi, Miss Kimberly. How are you doing? Infinite love, life, and good vibrations. Yes, we're in the building. We're talking about all of the soul catchers. The Grim Reaper has came to collect. The Grim Reaper said, "Baby, listen. You've had enough fun, but now it's time that you come to me." Coming to me. Like, I listen, believe it or not, when you're locked up in jail, your soul is entrapped. Your soul is not free. You ain't free. The only time you become free when you dream or you meditate when you're locked up. I'm being honest. Tell me another way you become free. It's no other way. So that's why they do them like that. And they hope and see, but this would not, we will hope that by all of these rappers getting locked up, that it will be a change to come. But no, change can't come just yet. It'll be too fast. It won't be right. And the reason why we are off balance, and I will always say this, we have to read those ancient texts. We was cloned a million years ahead of what we should have been. We supposed to still be in our soul bodies. Real talk. We've been snatched out of our original soul bodies, being in the body, and the avatars, like being in prison. And that's the thing, you know, all this fear, all this fear that they have. Kodak Black all drugged up. He could barely say his fucking ABCs on camera. It's just horrible the way they do us. They make us look like we are nothing. And you know, and these games will get these games will continuously to get played until the new batch of children come in. They're being born right now. Real talk. It's not us. No, we're setting the table for them. They'll go back and they'll look at these videos. We are leaving what I could say like magic. Real talk. Each channel leaves magic. So I strongly advise, if you have a YouTube channel, you know, even though it took me a long time to get on mine, but invest in it. You're leaving your legacy. Always remember that, and it'll cause a ripple effect throughout the continuum of time space. Because once one person see your video, right? Then they tell the next person about it. Then that person, then that person, then that person, then that knowledge. All that knowledge, it comes and it be good. It'll be good for humanity, because right now, uh, it's not going to get good. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's why I came in right quick. We had to continuously do vibrate high. If y'all notice, we have no good news coming on no channel, no matter wherever you turn. So the good news is you have to channel into yourself. That's where all the good news is at, to block out the other news, because they're going to keep filling us up with this until we come to the point where a person could probably get their brains blowed out right beside you and you would not even think twice. Like, for instance, when I saw that video with the lady getting beat up, as a person who suffered, domestic violence, they were more in fear of him. It was like, I hate to say it this way, but it was like some kind of force of energy went up in his body. Like the cameras was on at the right time. Like, damn, like they was waiting on it, to say the least. And when he did what he did to her, nobody came to her defense. Not only that, it's bigger than what a lot of people believe. This stuff got Hollywood ties. But when it happened, the only thing those people said, and it made me sick to my stomach. You know what they said? He told you to shut up. He told you to shut up. So a grown woman, we already don't afford to get off the plantation. So a grown, and this, these people, we got to get it together, because had there would have been a Caucasian, somebody got to say it. People don't like hearing the truth. That's where I come in at. Had would have been a Caucasian, all hell would have broke loose. That same hell need to break loose for Pookie and Ray Ray too. Get that same energy. We can't be around here being picky and choosy. That's the reason why things are still left unbalanced. We got to put our own in check too. We can't just say, oh, nah. And people, y'all know I'm not telling no story. If that was a Caucasian, all hell would be breaking loose. They would have had to close that restaurant down. They would have burnt it down by now. So we got to stop, because the energy is off the charts and it's not a good frequency. It's negative as fuck. And that's what I come in here to talk about. Like, we got to get it together. And don't run from the negative news. No, you got to face it head on, so you know what you're doing. Like somebody wrote in somebody comment, and I wanted to write a response to it, but I didn't. But I'm going to tell it. They said to somebody, why would this person who is jealous of you have you around, and why would they subscribe to your channel? They wasn't saying it to me, but they were saying it to another channel, and I'm going to answer that question. This is what my grandmother taught me. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So if that person is jealous of that person already consider that person that their enemy, so they would keep them close by them. That's words of my grandmother. Keep your friends close and your enemies close. So that's why that person is subscribed and watches that person's channel. Your enemies are more closer than you may think. Real talk. They could be in your family. It don't matter. People acting like enemies gotta be far. Hell nah. Enemies be right by you. Enemies ain't far. Enemies ain't never been far. When you think about it, have anybody enemy been the motherfucker they didn't know? Yes, I gotta go. No problem. No, thank you, Miss Kimberly. Yes, thank you, Miss Kimberly. I appreciate the love. Yeah, but when you think about your enemy was always somebody you knew. It wasn't a stranger. Always remember that. I'm telling y'all this for a reason. I feel like my energy has to let somebody know this, and I'm going to keep this live up. Your enemy is not somebody you don't know. Okay? It's not a stranger. Don't get it twisted. Your enemy is the person who you think it is. So whoever look at this live, they be like, damn, I wonder what's that person. Yes. Because your feelings would never lead you in the wrong spot. And they never will. The moment you don't listen to your inner self, that's the moment you become off track. And that's why they have all these different types of things to keep your ass distracted after distraction after distraction. It's like a record that gets to a certain spot and then it skip over and then it go back to the same spot over and over. Yes, the enemy comes as a friend. It sure do. The enemy comes as your dearest friend. The enemies truly do. I tells no lie. It truly comes as your friend and give you all kind of compliments. And you be like, I never would have thought that. Think that. If you feel that way, don't reject it. I'm here to tell you that for whoever may watch this video when I cut it off. Because I'm not going to be here too much longer. The energy was like you have to tap in. You have to let them know what time it is. Don't run. The reason why I say don't run from the negativity, hit it on. That way you could get it out the way. Because the more you run from it, the more you will encounter it. The more you run, the more it's going to keep following you. So it's best to face those demons and put them on blast. No matter where you see them. Like I saw the pastor, the one who stole my rent money. I saw him at the store. And I told him what time it was. He took off in his truck, but guess what? I confronted him, and I feel good. So when he see me now, there's no doubt in his mind how I feel about him. There's no doubt. Like he already know what time it is. Like you already know. It ain't no love lost, but you supposed to be in the church. You supposed to be uplifting people, but you taking their money. And not only you taking money, you're stealing money. And you got people thinking that you could get them to heaven when you don't know where the hell you were going. And right now to this day, because I confronted that negativity head on. When that negativity see me, yes, it does. It feels so good. When that negativity see me, guess what it does? It flees. That's Christ consciousness. This is what the parables in the Bible are talking about. And one day I get to that. You have to face your demons head on. It's no need to run from them because eventually y'all gonna meet up one day. It's like that person who you were afraid to run into. And just when you least expected to run into that person, you ran into him and you was off guard. So this time, coming from Velvet, my heart is balanced. Never run from it. You face it, listen. And if it come out your mouth that way, that's what was meant to be said. Don't apologize for that shit. You come out like that, and man, I don't care who it's to. It is what it is. I already been feeling this way, anyways. I feel good just by letting this out like this. I don't give a damn how you feel about it, because if you feel this way about it, you been felt that way about me. It ain't got nothing to do with what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. You always felt this way. You just needed an excuse to say this way. You just needed your excuse to feel this way. How you feel about me, you always felt this way, so let it out. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let it out. Don't hide. Listen. Everything is going to be revealed, so you might as well reveal who you are right now. It's the beginning of goddamn summertime. I mean, it's just getting in. I mean, get with that energy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and don't care about, excuse me, what nobody think about how you think. Because guess what? If they worried about that, they ass programmed anyways. They're a jack in the box, copy and paste person. I call them copy and paste because they don't have originality. They copy and paste. They're like the Akron that Sophia talks about, and the Gnostic people talk about. They don't have their own idea, so they'll copy off of you. And it's a good thing because guess what? You are just that goddamn worthy. You have something that they don't. Okay. I just wanted to come in and tap in with you guys. Love you guys. It's always going to be infinite love, life, and good vibrations.